Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy ShakyBay. So this is actually a very long video. So what I would like you guys to do, I want you guys to listen to this entire thing. It's a podcast basically, and I want you guys to put this on your second monitor, put it in the background, go grind. Let's listen to it, okay? It's about a lot of the things Neptune's Tokyo has done and lied about. It also involves Nayashe, Coco, and Hands. Pretty much, I have gotten some of the old Juice members, and they have been in Juice for a very long time, and we are going to be talking about things and going over what actually happened and the truth, because everything that Hands purported and the bullshit narratives you're trying to put up, same thing with Neptune, was all a lie. Literally every single little thing. The way that Neptune was claiming to have single-handedly killed Juice, he had nothing to do with. He's just putting his name in there for clout, because that's all that garbage individual wants. All he wants is clout and nothing else. So, this is a podcast actually telling you guys the truth of what happened. If you guys had actually watched my video on my response to Hands, you guys would also know that he was lying about every single little thing. As a matter of fact, I didn't respond to any of his videos, nor did I watch any of his videos afterward. A lot of people had DM'd me reaching out to me and just saying that they saw both sides and they can see how Hands is lying. And they also pretty much told me that they had very negative altercations with Hands as well off stream. For the longest time, Hands was in Snake, and even while he piloted and got banned 2 times for piloting, which, by the way, when Hands got banned for piloting, he tried to deflect it and lie about it as much as possible.
My account got banned for RMT, real money trading. No email sent to me on the issue, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're gonna see if we can get it appealed, and if not, we're just gonna play this new account.
Hands is pretty much trying to pretend like he's doing God's work and warning everyone while he's monetizing these videos, these very same videos, but he's just spreading misinformation pretty much like the entire time. He is not truthful about anything. He's just trying to push this for views, and the same thing goes with Neptune. He's just trying to get himself in the middle. So if you guys have seen my actual video and actually watched it, you didn't watch it from Hands' video, you actually watched mine, listened to everything, you guys pretty much know that Hands is pretty much lying about every single little thing. So there was actually a comment that someone had posted in his video. There was actually a lot of comments that were deleted from Hands' videos for some reason, and a lot of people made me aware of it. But I just want to highlight one of them. And one of the comments was, I play BDO, and somehow YouTube recommendations recommended me your video, Shaky. Don't know you or him, so this guy does not know us. He's pretty much unbiased here. And after watching your take, I went to Shaky's channel to hear his side of the story. To me, it seems like you did provide a lot of footage, pictures, etc. out of context. Also, it seems like you are trying everything in your power to turn everyone against him. The reason why I'm leaving a comment on this video is because your response in this video was very poor. This is an unbiased opinion since I didn't know you or Shaky the first time watching this video drama unfold. Seems like you are on a mission to try to do as much damage to his reputation. You received pictures of DMs without context, and you took the opportunity to jump on the bandwagon to destroy him. To try and destroy him, of course, and judging from what I saw, he has an established fan base who love him for the content he provides, and judging by the quality of his videos, it seems like he is a very competitive and puts a lot of love and effort to his YouTube videos. Stop pretending like you are doing God's work and warning everyone while monetizing all your videos of spreading misinformation. And so what Mini-Me is saying, he saw the video, and from an unbiased point of view, saw everything, and what he's saying is absolutely true. If you guys had actually watched my response video and you guys actually kind of looked at everything, you would have saw that Hands literally lied about everything. What Hands did is that he made a response video to mine. I don't think he actually watched the video. What he did was he skipped through the parts he wanted to cover, and then what he did was he pretended to make it look like he watched my video on his, took what he wanted from it, and then cut out a lot of the parts where I debunked his shit. And then he cut it out entirely. So if you kind of line that up with what this guy's saying in the comment section, it's absolutely true. Also, a lot of other people were telling him this, and I'm not really surprised. I mean, this is the same guy that got banned 2 times for piloting. 1 time on the McCann's account, 2nd time on the Mandalore account, which is why now he's on FPS abuser. When he initially got banned, they tried to play it off as if nothing happened. Now all of a sudden, he's like on this, path of God. This video is going to be about Neptune's and Coco lying, and it will also briefly cover the Hand stuff, because it's already been covered. But essentially, this video is in the form of a podcast. Podcast is me talking with my friends that were in Juiced and are still in Juiced. They have seen everything that actually has gone down. They're going to help you guys actually learn the truth of what actually happened and what we found out later. We're going to start this podcast off with the fact that Nayashe and Coco knowingly hit a pedophile in Corrupt. Knowingly. Not Corrupt's fault, strictly Nayashe and Coco's fault. They both knowingly did this. And I will play the audio in a minute. But it's very funny how Hands and them tried to lie, and they covered this all up together and planned this out. They planned this attack on me like literally like weeks in advance. So if you guys didn't know, they were talking about it in Discord. So what's funny is the stuff that Hands was trying to take me out of context for is what they're doing behind closed door. And I just want to thank Hunter for exposing them. Here you guys go.
That KOS kid.
KOS is in fucking Corrupt?
Not no more.
Why did he join Corrupt?
Because he knew we were all in there.
Why? Wait, what? What happened when he joined?
He just joined normally. He kind of wiggled away into a friend group. Then, he just said...
friend group?
Kind of, but, then he said wild shit and he got removed again.
You guys give a pedophile a second chance?
Oh, no, we didn't.
But then how do you wiggle his way into your friend group?
I don't really know. I was MIA. I met the nigga when I joined, bro.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, stuff was happening.
Oh my god. That's fucking disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. What is wrong with... Who leads that friend group? Coco, right?
So it wasn't like you don't have a hierarchy. Well, I guess now we do, because after all this drama,
Coco, it's Coco. I already know.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with him, dude? This is what I'm talking about. It's all fake shit. Holy fucking shit. That is fucking disgusting, and I just don't fuck with Coco anymore.
You could probably ask Spicy about what happened.
Oh my god. Bro, he was literally talking about banging a 16-year-old when he was 20 in our voice chat.
Yeah, he brung that up again, and we kind of was like, yo, don't say that dumb shit.
But you let him wiggle back into, not you, but you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
You let him wiggle back into the friend group.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't, people were pissed with him, but it was like, alright, technically Shaky kicked him, we'll give him a second chance, and just, yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was a regretted decision. Everyone was like, yeah, he gotta go.
Those can't be the people you guys are hanging out with, dog. Basically, there was an individual that joined Juiced, and his name was KOS, which is who we're talking about in that audio. And he joined Juice for about maybe a week or two before we found out. Essentially, they were having a conversation in my guild chat one night, and that led to KOS admitting that he banged 16-year-olds when he was 20. And I had asked him, are you serious? And then he goes, yeah, you got a problem? And I'm like, you're literally a pedophile. And he goes, and he started getting really defensive, and he started to stand by it. So I ended up kicking him on the spot. Nayashe was there for that, I believe. I know for sure Coco was there. There was an individual in our guild named Bubbles Uwu. They used to be in our guild. They were there for that. And my friend RJ Aqua was also at the VC for that. There's also a lot of other Juice members there when that happened. So they all knew of KOS because the entire guild knew about it at this point of when it happened. And I kicked them on the spot, no questions asked, just done. To then find out that you dumbasses would invite this fucking guy in to Corrupt, right? And what's hilarious, Hunter told me pretty much everything. The individual who invited him into there was Trick. He invited him into the guild on Corrupt, right? They was in Nayashe's Discord, so Nayashe was the owner of the Discord. And basically, there was some drama in Corrupt where some e-girl and Hunter had some outing. I don't know what happened exactly, which somehow led to that the pedo guy KOS being exposed as a racist, which then Corrupt kicked out KOS because they're actually trying to get rid of racism from Corrupt. So Corrupt is becoming a better guild. So literally, like, this is none of this is Corrupt's fault. It's specifically Corrupt, like, you know, Nyashi's and Coco's fault. And when this got leaked, they all got mad that Hunter got the pedo kicked. And unironically enough, there's a screenshot of when I sent this when Nyashi caught wind of the audio being leaked, right? And basically he's saying, yo, hey bud, just let you know, Shaky exposed your ass. Hunter's like, damn, was sleeping. And then, you know, he links the audio to Hunter, and then he goes, you're done, my guy, hope it was worth it. It's crazy how you're trying to paint out Hunter to be the bad guy when he's just telling the truth and he's growing some balls about it, whereas you let a pedophile knowingly into your friend group. And it's funny how you joined this lying smear campaign trying to accuse me of shit when it's you guys doing this shit. That's why I was patient and waited a month to respond to you dumbasses, because karma's a fucking bitch, and there's a lot more damning evidence than you guys too. So we're going to be talking with the Juice members now. I'm going to go ahead and play the podcast for y'all. Alright, yo, what up, guys? So this is like some of my guild mates that have been in the guild for a long time. Like I've known Rag and Aqua for years, Musassin for years, and Sinful I've known for a couple of years, but you know, recently came back into everything. But essentially we're just gonna kind of talk about like the whole like Neptune's video that he made, and it was like literally all based on lies. So like Aqua, I know you saw it, bro. Like what was like your so like I didn't watch the full thing, but I know the basis of it. Can you sum it up to me? Like so what was like your first like thing when you saw it, knowing like you know everything that went down in here, right? So like what was like your initial thing that when you saw it? What was like your reaction?
So my reaction was like, okay, like obviously like Neptune's found out about the whole like, you know, like split up with like Juice and stuff, and then we found out that he pretty much like said like, oh, like I was a spy for Juice and I leaked some channels and all this other stuff, and that for $5 he leaked like some Juice channels and shit like that. And you know, basically like Coco and all of them was saying their piece of their side of the story on that shit that happened. And you know, because honestly I had no idea what was going on until like I saw this video and some people here telling me about it, especially you, Shaky. So it's like I wanted to, you know, see what's up, and pretty much is like, you know, as content creators, people are trying to look for views, and you know, it's shit like that, and it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. Just more BDO drama for no fucking reason over little petty shit and all that other stuff. So it's like my initial reaction was like, wow, here we go again.
Yeah, bro. No, bro. It's mad funny because when we found out about everything, it was like the whole thing was lies. Literally, Coco was lying his ass off about everything, which we can go in the depth about, and then Neptune's as well. Like he's playing it off as if his whole time he was induced to like sabotage the guild, right?
Right.
So I actually knew from day one that he was leaking our channels. The problem is that like, so y'all remember when I like farmed the living shit out of him, right? For like 2 months straight.
Yep.
Yes.
And that was because he was putting my name in his mouth when I had just come back to the game after a long break. And I kept farming him and farming him and farming him until I just didn't care anymore. And you guys remember when I was making Juice, my whole thing was like, we just need to get more people in the guild to make a strong guild and make something fun. Like, this drama shit, like, it's just a fucking game. It doesn't matter. That's how I see things, right? Like, we're just trying to have fun, and you guys knew that. So, like, the reason I didn't kick him is because, even though I knew he was leaking shit, is that, like, I felt bad for him because he has this, like, stream, like, but, like, the thing is, it's mostly a hate audience, right? But the thing is like, that's, like, a reversible thing if he had just, like, gotten good at the game and clapped his haters. Literally, it's all he has to do, right? So I'm
Yep.
like, I'm very knowledgeable in BDO. Like mechanically, I know what I'm doing. I've done this for years. So like, I'm like, maybe we bring him in, and then we can kind of help him fix his mental a bit, and like, you know, not be like so like angry all the time in PvP and like molding. And then what do you know, Rag? How did Neptunes treat PvP in our guild? Do you remember? About like showing up the GVGs and Node Wars. How did he treat it?
What PvP?
What PvP, right? Do you remember? Like, do you all
He
remember?
just
or what?
grinded. He just grinded.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
even think he showed up for Node Wars. So
Never
maybe
showed up
one.
anything.
Maybe
So-
one.
What's funny is, I mean, I wish I could get Goldsteinberg here, but he's like fucking busy. But Goldsteinberg does not like, he messaged me privately, but like he knew that Coco and Neptune Rig can do this shit months in advance. But if you guys remember, I got warned about Coco like 6-7 months ago, but I still like had his back. That's the kind of person I am. Like, someone talks shit about my homie, right? I'm gonna back them up. I don't care what people say. That's what you should do, you know. But like Neptunes, like remember what was our guild rules? Y'all remember? Show up to GVGs, back up your guildies. That's like a
Yep.
requirement.
Show up
And-
to GVGs, back up your guildies, like be active on VC, and pass the vibe check. That's all you have to do.
And the vibe
It's
check was
quite
like,
easy.
don't cause drama with your guild and your inner homies, right? Like, don't do that. And Neptune's the entire time with inner guild just made excuses every time. He didn't want to show up to GVGs because he didn't have gear, quote unquote. When he has double pen Black Star and he's like 690 gear score at the time. And then we're just like, yo, you have gear. Yeah, but I play Suck Meal. Like, the excuses never end with Neptunes. Like, he just literally fucking lied about, like, everything. And, like, Neptune's just sitting there acting as if he knows what happened, when in reality, he had nothing to fucking do with anything. He wasn't even in the guild at this time. Right?
Yeah.
So he's sitting there making this video to get views because in the past I clapped him even though I was like, yeah, we can move on and just fix this bullshit, right?
Yep.
And little do you know, he doesn't fucking change. Goes fucking cloud hungry over nothing when honestly he's such a small content creator, and like so am I even. Like, it's just fucking petty bullshit. It's crazy to me that like we tried to help him like a lot. But like all he does is make excuses. Like, how do you help a person like that? I don't know. How do you help someone who constantly fucking cries and complains and moans all the time about any little thing?
Good question, bro. I don't know.
Oh, I don't fucking know,
I'm not a psychologist, so I can't answer that.
Facts.
bro. Literal facts. So when the guild split happened, right? So for us, we just saw it as like people randomly leaving. We had no clue at the time. But like, if you guys remember, I was gone for a month, right? Like, I was gone for a month. And why was I gone for a month? Do you guys remember?
Yeah, because of your mom. You had to go.
Well, no,
Well, it's not only because of his
That's-
mom.
that's-
He
that's
had to
not why.
move. He had to go out to move to his back to his apartment. Remember?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that. Yeah,
And he
yeah.
had like all that extra IRL shit going on, so he was a busy man, and he had COVID and all that other stuff, so he had too much going on.
Well, COVID was before. It's unrelated, but we'll talk about that too. But this was like, bro, this was literally like when I had to move back because she recovered. If you remember. So I was like, okay, I got to go back to my place, and then I'll have a lot more time to upload, and like, then we can go full force with the guild. They made this fucking big deal about like me caring about GM weapons and shit, and like using them for GM weapons, right? Now, when was this ever an issue in our guild where I complained about not having GM weapons? Have I ever complained once? I genuinely want to know, like, if I ever have.
Not that I know of. If I'm being honest, like it's like you got GM weapons. You're like, holy shit, guys! Like, look at my APDP now. And
Yeah,
everyone's like, oh my god, that's so crazy. Blah 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 blah.
yeah, and like the whole guild was hype, including Coco, which, you know, you look at the video, he's talking on some like actual bullshit, like he's just lying about everything. Why? What was the whole point in us taking nodes? Because if you guys remember, Juice was getting consistently 3 to 5 nodes a week, right?
Yes.
Were node wars required in Juice? Do you guys remember? Were they required ever?
No,
Like, node wars were not a requirement, right?
they were not a requirement.
They were not a requirement. So how am I using my own guildies for GM weapons? I really want to know. Especially when, like, that's such a bullshit, like, copium narrative. I've
Yeah.
PvP'd in this game with low gear since forever, and it's never been an issue. I've always clapped people that have higher gear than me. So where is this like GM weapon fucking narrative coming out of?
And one of the things of why we were even pushing Node War was because so we can get payouts and shit. So,
Yeah. So my biggest thing, right? If you guys all remember, because we had like we very rarely had meetings, right? It was like maybe once or twice. Our whole thing is that node wars weren't required, but the reason why we sniped so many nodes is because I wanted everyone in the guild to benefit from having the node shop to get their blue crystals at the time and getting payouts, right? Because my biggest thing was our guild is just a guild for fun, and yeah, we're recruiting geared people. So if we can help everyone get more silver, over time our guild's gonna grow. And number two, it's gonna attract more people to our guild that just want free payouts. Because we found a method to get nodes like easily, like no problem, no stress, right?
Yep.
So I never understood, like when I was watching the thing, I never understood why he made it seem like I was like really trying to go after these GM weapons, and like that was never the case. Ever. Like ever.
Yeah, the GM weapons was just like that extra perk that was like time limited that can help you grow up grinding. And who wouldn't want to take that opportunity? When you have the opportunity, take it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
If you're a GM and then you have the option of getting GM weapons to boost your gear, I'm pretty sure you will take it. For at least the time being, so that when you gear up, you can actually get the actual gear instead of the time limited shit. Look, I personally don't play BDO. I fucking hate BDO. I don't like it. But like, if I'm using logic here, if you're a GM and then you see the option that you can get GM weapons, you're a fucking liar if you're not going to take that.
Yeah, but
period.
bro, you guys know how much do I actually fucking grind?
Not all the time.
Yeah, like
Honestly.
I don't care. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't know how to fucking put it, but like.
And you are tired of BDO, so that's another thing.
You are
Yeah,
tired of BDO. It
that's
is dying. It's like
It's a whole other
literally.
story too. It's a whole other story. Like, I don't talk about it on YouTube anymore. I don't care to. But
Yeah.
this is my fucking thing that like boils my fucking blood about this, like me wanting GM weapons and shit. Right?
Yeah.
Who was begging for GM weapons every day in our guild?
Cool.
Yeah, definitely Coco.
Coco was the one begging for GM weapons, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I ended up telling you guys this later, but I know Rag knows this privately too. This man Coco literally was trying to snag GM off of me for 3 months straight because he wanted fucking GM weapons, right? And I'm like, why? Because he's like, so I can get a little bit of gear, you know what I'm saying? That's how he talks, right? And like, I'm just like, bro, like that's gonna half our guild funds. I want our guildies to get fucking like guild funds, bro. Why'd I do that? I'm not doing that, you know? Plus,
And it's
like,
your guild.
plus,
It's
yeah,
your
plus
guild.
it's my guild, right? Number two, and this is serious. I did everything for that fucking guild. What did Coco do in Juiced? Rag, you were in charge of putting sticks down, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
Me and her.
Well, Coco
You and
did
Hunter.
start GPGs for no reason or whatever reason.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other story we'll talk about later. So, but like I'm talking about like officership wise, right? I did literally everything for that guild, which should not be put on one person. That's just fucking insane, right?
Yep.
But I still did it, and you guys never heard me fucking complain. 'Cause that's just how I operate. I don't fucking complain about dumb shit like that. I just get shit done.
You did, however, you tried to enforce to everyone, like, hey guys, like, try to trial some people so that we can get some geared people in here, so so that our guild can grow, because I can't just do this
Yeah.
by myself. You was
And-
telling them that as well.
I told the whole guild that, and who actually did anything?
Mostly you. Coco got like a couple people in here. It was Desecrate and what's his name? Dark, and then like I guess like one other guy, but I don't remember who it was. But mostly when it comes to like actually planning out everything, like having like a schedule for everything and all that stuff was pretty much you.
Yeah.
And we have an officer chat and like a juice announcements chat where we can literally like show like who's been calling the shots the entire time.
I've literally had to make sure. Okay, for example, I know Rag knows this, bro. I had to be there every single night, and I'm like a busy dude, right? Every single fucking night, I had to make sure our node was placed. The entire time Juice was run. And I had Coco as a quote-unquote advisor, right? And Nyashi was the officer at the time too, right? And when it came to actually putting down sticks for the guild to make sure our guildies get payouts, because the only reason anyone in Juice ever had a fucking node was because of me. I made sure it happened. Aside from that, the only person who would ever put anything down without having to be asked was Rag. Because, like, Rag is a busy man. He can't be on all the time, and I'm the same way, right? But whenever Rag was online, he'd put the stick down, right? And
yeah, and how
I
it
know-
would go, literally, it would be like if Rag were to be in VC, Shaky would be like, "Hey Rag, can you do me a quick favor for me?" And Rag is always fucking down to
Well,
do
bro,
anything.
it wasn't even that. Most of the time,
You know what I mean?
most of the time, it was just, yo, I already put the stick down. I never had to tell him most of the time to do anything. He would just do it whenever he was on. You know?
He would even ask like, "Is the stick down?" And then some people don't answer, or
Yeah,
someone say no.
Rag, question, bro. How many
Yeah.
How many times when you came in Discord and you asked if stick was down, right? And you would hear
Yeah.
no. You would hear no a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So in your experience, Hunter and Coco did not fucking do jack shit for nodes. Or Nyashi. None of them did. Literally none of them did anything. In terms of placing down nodes and everything, right? And
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on every day, but I was on quite a few times, and I was one placing most of the time. And then
Yeah, you
I
were
don't
one
know if
placing.
I ever saw Nyashi place or build.
yeah. And if I wasn't online for whatever reason, what happened? Node was never placed.
Yeah, like that time
Yeah, pretty
I
much like
forgot to place, and you're like, "Hey, where'd you place?" I'm like, "Oh shit,
during that
I
like
fucking forgot."
during like that COVID time, like when you had COVID, like the guild at the time was like stagnating, like
Oh.
nothing was going anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's
hard,
like-
Yeah, so
hard.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
nothing was really going anywhere.
Yeah,
at
so
all.
so you guys remember, they paint this whole narrative of like me not doing anything as a fucking guild leader in the guild, right?
Yep.
And we all know that's bullshit because I did everything, like literally fucking everything. I did as much. I did the most, pulled the most weight, an unrealistic amount of weight. Like I genuinely needed help from my officers there, and the only one I could ever rely on was Rag. But like even Rag knew this. It wasn't enough because both of us couldn't be on all the time. We're busy, and that's fine. That's life. But like, you can't expect two people to run shit around here, you know? And it's just fucking funny to me that Coco was asking for GM weapons and like not me passing him GM and shit fucking daily when he didn't do fucking jack shit for the guild. Nada, zero, nothing. He never did anything. Like, why? And like, yeah, the COVID thing is like the best example. So when I had COVID for 2 weeks, right before COVID happened, I had like what? 57 people in the guild, right? 57, 56, right? 2
Yeah.
weeks I'm sick. Okay? Not a single fucking node was placed. Our guild that was all of a sudden having, 3 to 5 nodes a week was going to no nodes placed for 2 weeks straight because I was sick with COVID.
Didn't a few people left also because of that?
Well, not only that. You guys remember this shit. A few people left because Coco was treating people like shit in the guild as an advisor. You guys remember that, right? And that was about the time when I demoted Coco from advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple people.
Yep. And
Especially Ryoka, man. Ryoka's my boy.
yeah, Ryoko is still with us now, thank God. But like, he never told us until later, until everything happened, went down. Ryoka has pretty much said that he never joined VC because of fucking Coco the entire fucking time. And it's fucking funny to me how he paints this whole narrative of us and me not doing anything when I did everything for that guild, and the literal proof was when COVID happened and nothing was running that guild. And Coco directly caused almost 11 people to drop juice when I wasn't around.
Then there's
Quite
that
literally.
explicit proof with the receipts that you have from other people with their experience with Coco. And
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah, so ankle break or whatever. He used to know Coco, and he said that he more or less did the same shit with us. Treated us the same way. I got warned by Remy in the community about him. Did the same shit with them, and he also did the same shit with Fist of Defiant, from what I've heard as well. He's done the same shit a few times, but like, you know, when he joined, I fucking had his back, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now I know Aqua, you remember this shit. The first recruits to Juice were pretty much Trick and Coco, right?
Yeah.
And if you remember, Coco had a lot of fucking problems with family. Like, a lot of problems with family.
Oh,
like,
shit, son. He will talk about it every single day we get on,
every single day. The minute he joined our guild, this is how the fucking family drama happened in Juice, right? This is why we breathe family. I'm pretty sure not even family knows why we fucking hunted them down and shit, and made videos, right? Because to them, it was probably like it was done for no reason. They probably have no fucking clue why it happened. Because if you remember, before my break, I was murking in Snake to kill Vertex for fun. Because I have a lot of friends in Snake, right? And when Snake died, a lot of them went to family. Well, not a lot of them, but like a few of them went to family, right?
Yeah.
So they were probably wondering, like, why the fuck am I even hunting them? Like, this is fucking weird. So they got fucking pissed, right? Naturally so, which is fine. So I want us, like, this is what's funny. Do you guys remember what Coco was saying? What he was complaining about when he was in Juice?
If I remember correctly, he was mostly complaining about, you know, basically the shenanigans that was apparently happening in the family Discord, right? And
Yeah.
how, like, how he was trying to have a normal conversation with a few of them, and then, like, one
they
girl
just start roasting him, right?
and, like, a couple people kept roasting him.
Yeah,
and
it was.
pissing
Her name
him
was
off and all
Ruhi.
that
Her name
stuff.
was Ruhi.
Yeah,
That was
and
her name.
then
Yep.
yeah, he kept talking about her a lot, and then there was this one time where he like literally started mauling about getting kicked from family, and then I
Bro.
guess I guess that was like the moment when like the family arc was on like full scale. Like, yeah, we're good. Like, Juice is gonna fuck up family.
Yeah, because like literally every single fucking day, Coco was like, "Oh my god, like family's roasting me in family chat right now. Like, this shit is so cringe, bro. I'm just trying to play the game, blah 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 blah." But now knowing Coco and how he acts, he was probably the one doing the fucking roasting in that guild. And then when it was done back to him, he can't handle it because he's a little bitch. Straight up.
I think you should talk to like Don Skeptic and other family members about that. You know,
Shit,
to get
that
like,
would
full
be
context. To get like the full context to make it like, you know, like to let everyone can have a broader understanding of what you're talking about, because some people will say that you're lying and stuff. So.
No. This was like known information. He came directly from family to Juice.
Okay. Well,
So there's nothing. It's nothing crazy. Also, like anyone that was in Juice remembers that shit too. Like, I'm not lying, you know.
well, yeah, I remember it too. I'm just saying that like
Yeah.
we don't know what fully happened.
Oh yeah, we don't know. We don't know jack shit.
Right.
All we know is what Coco told us. That's it. And
Yeah,
so, you guys remember what did I do? Because I'm a homie, right? I always fucking back up my friends no matter what. I was like, all right,
All the
Coco. And I had barely known Coco. I've known him for like maybe a month. But I'm like, you know what? He's in the guild. We take care of our guildies, right? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, bro, listen, don't worry. I'm making content again. We'll farm them. No biggie. We'll make some content out of it, and then we're good, bro. You can get a little payback. And he goes, yeah, bro. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. Right?
Yeah.
You guys remember that. Like, I'm not even trying. It's like literally what happened.
Yeah, I remember.
So, we do the fucking family arc. I have his back. We're going to keep that in mind, right? Okay. Now, this is when the Juice split happened. I'm not even going to talk about the Nyashi. I mean, should I talk about the Nyashi shit? I don't know. Should I?
Well, you should
Nah.
talk about the whole Nyashi thing in full context, because people are still asking about it. There's some people are still confused
well,
about the whole thing. So it's like
the TLDR is like he was acting hella aggressive in guild over PvP, and you guys remember how much would this man start screaming about desync, like literal gamer rage in VCs during PvP, and just start getting upset and like lashing out at guildies constantly, right? And it was getting pretty bad, especially towards the end. Like at the beginning of the guild, he was fine, but like towards like the end of his like last few weeks in guild, he was acting really fucking crazy with guildies.
it's gotten really crazy when like the whole like Flare Me beef started and some other beef with some other guild.
Yeah, he was starting
remember
to kick people out if they dropped the deck or not showing up the GVGs, which is not how we operate in Juice. We never do that.
Yeah, because like the whole point is like not taking it too seriously, you know.
Yeah, people
So,
got
like,
lives, bro. That shit, you can't fucking do that. So I remember Musasin remembers this. Musasin goes to fight Nayashe on stream. And you know how Musasin is. Musasin just PvPs to get better. He may take 30 years to learn, but he just PvPs like he doesn't care. You know?
True.
Musassin's just Musassin, bro.
I just gear chase.
But like, if I remember correctly, and I'm sure this is pissing you off because I know you were probably watching his stream. But like, he was kind of like shading you a little bit, like, you know, like Musassin is making the same mistake, blah 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 blah. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then remember what I told you? I was watching. I was like, yo, Assassin, let me come pull through real quick, right? And I'll teach you so you can kind of see how to fight Mei, right?
Yeah.
And this was after I recovered from COVID and didn't have GM weapons, right? I had no GM weapons at the time. I was 290 AP, and Nayashe outgeared me at that point. He's like 3-0 something AP with Nuber and like 380 DP, right?
Yeah.
And I was like 360 DP at the time.
and he played the game longer than you did, even after.
Musassin, what did I do to him in that set when you were watching?
You definitely clapped him.
How bad was it?
I don't know. I think it was like 13, maybe 15 to something.
It was like 13 to 15 times in a row of him dying, right?
Yep.
And that's the VOD that he deleted. You remember he deleted that VOD?
Yeah.
So already it's like a red flag. Like something's wrong. Like I thought we were fucking homies. Why are we like beefing over 1v1s? I don't understand.
In
like,
a game, nonetheless.
It's a game nonetheless, right?
Game,
and like
nonetheless.
you guys know this. You guys have known me for a very long time. I never ego people in our own guild about PvP. If anything, I'm always getting people pointers and helping them with like whatever I can. Most of the time, right?
Most of the time when you have the time.
Yeah, if I have the time, I'm trying to help. Like I literally sat down with you, Assassin, and I showed you combos for like fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, you showed me. I forgot what the other dude's name was. I think he was trying to learn Musa as well. Can't remember what his name was.
Yeah.
But
so, like TLDR, like I had to kick him out because he was just having an attitude with people in our guild, and it just wasn't like right. And like egoing friends, and I told him this like privately. He just had to go. So like Nayashe was never randomly kicked. He was kicked for a very good reason.
Well, we had some members that didn't want to come to GVGs because they didn't want to get raged at.
Yeah, 100%.
They didn't want to get raged at. Like they had like IRL shit going on. You know, like understandable shit that you know that is out of our control. And there are some things that we could actually like get done with like basic conversation and like trying to get like the middle ground and get understanding. Because like us Juice members, like the majority of us, like we're cool people. Like we're not toxic. We're not none of that. Like we just want to have fun, right? We like to interact. We like to interact with like the community and stuff like that. Give them tips, you know, talk crap and stuff, make jokes, all this stuff. You know, it's basically treat each other like a family. That's how Juice was. We treat each other like a family.
Yeah, and you guys remember like. And this is before I started going. I'm gonna really start going in on Coco for this like all this lying and bullshit that he did because I'm the one who made that friend group, bro. Like I'm the one who made Juice. Juice was so strong because I made it. No one else. No one in that guild can take credit for that. I'm the one who fucking did that. I'm the one who brought everyone together, made that shit happen. I'm the one organizing them the PvP, teaching them everything. I taught them about elixir rotations, all the shit that they need to start doing, and they made the guild very strong. Like, bro, like Juice was fucking with siege guilds and with like 50 members. We were like fucking fighting Vertex, family, in open world. Whether they want to admit that we were strong or not, we were only a 45, 50-man guild, and we could fucking trade with them until they had to Zerg us, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fine. We were like a 50-man guild. Everything was going great. So
and you know what? Like even then, it's like it's whatever. Like you know, people come and go. It's just like money. It comes and goes.
Yeah. Now
that's way out of our control. But the circumstances of how it happened is just honestly it blew my mind.
If anyone thinks I'm fucking joking about like Coco being a fucking asshole, like, literally he's a fucking asshole. Okay. I hopefully do this quickly before Trick fucking privates his fucking YouTube channel. You can look up Hey It's Trick on YouTube. Go to his clips, watch all of his clips, right? Half the time, You will hear Coco acting like a fucking asshat in VC because Trick doesn't crop out his voice chat in his little clips that he posts. You guys remember what happened with the Hyperion shit, right? This is actually what led to people leaving, okay? Because everything was based on a lie when people left, and the reason why I didn't fucking respond to any of that shit for like a month because I knew this shit was based on a lie, and nothing lasts that's based on fucking falsehood. Never does, right? So I gave it a month. I let it marinate. Ever since that month has happened, that old juice core that was in juice is now split in half. Coco took the friend group that I made, took it on his own selfish fucking reasons, destroyed it, and now it's even worse. Now, every single fucking day, they are arguing in that fucking friend group. Every single fucking day. So Coco literally took what we had and fucking destroyed it on some bullshit. So, you remember the Hyperion shit, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna say a word. You guys explain what happened. I don't want to say anything so people know I'm not fucking like bullshitting, you know? What happened?
I'll let you go first, Rag. You were there. You were there.
We'll say characters. You guys know TOF or TOS or whatever that game was.
Tower of Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone was playing that, you know, kind of getting into it, all figuring it out, trying different things, you know, how to get stuff quicker, how to optimize stuff, you know, get your gear up. And Shaky comes in and just asks if he's heard of this breath thing. And then Hype just gets all hot and bothered and is like, man, fuck you always trying to tell me what to do. Fuck you trying to... I don't even know what else he said after that. And then it just became like a banter back and forth. And then Shaky was like, look, man, you don't disrespect your guildmates like that.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't even banter with him. That's the thing, right? I didn't even respond to that shit. I went straight off and just was just like, bro, like what, why are you doing this? Like, why are you acting weird? And I hit him with that, right? I'm like, yo, you can like stay in the guild and like respect people in here, or you can just hop the fuck out of here. Like, we're not dealing with that shit, right? Because it was like a sensitive time. Like, we had to kick Nyashi, who was like a part of our friend group, because he did all this. He did the same bullshit, and now Hyperion's doing it. And Coco, keep this in mind. This is very important information. Coco was there in VC when this all went down. You remember that, right, Rag? You remember?
Yeah.
That?
Yep.
Continue. I know what happened. Like literally, I was just asking a question, nothing else. Like an honest question, right?
And then he was just like, hold my nuts. And he left the guild, dropped out of Discord.
And I did not kick him, right? He left on his own.
Yeah, he left on his own.
Left on his own. Okay. Sinful, you remember that shit too, right? Like, he was way out of fucking pocket, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody was just fucking
You weren't even on the
flabbergasted and
Everybody
stunned.
was flabbergasted at that shit.
I was just kind of like stunned what happened. Like, he was like, oh yeah, buy these potions to give you energy so you can do more dungeons. And he was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, alright dog, whatever, let's see what happens. And then I was just chilling and watching. Like, holy fuck, though. I don't know what was going on.
He just lost his wit.
Yeah, he just fucking lost his mind.
Okay. I'll put the screenshot up in like over the screen. But this is the way I've come to find out, okay? So when people were leaving our guild, I found this out from their friend group, by the way. I'm not gonna tell. Actually, no, I'm gonna fucking say who the leaker was. It was Dudesky, right? So Dudesky, right? He was invited to Discord and shit. And from what I was told, Coco was going around telling people, because this is the thing, right? Everyone knew that I was moving for a month. Coco knew this too, okay? And you guys knew that too. So, with the context of Coco asking for fucking GM weapons every fucking day from me and all this bullshit, he knew I was going to be gone for a month, right? So, he goes around, he told everyone in the guild, right? Everyone in the guild, literally everyone. Okay? He tells everyone that, like, yo, Shaky is like not the guy who we think he is, and that like he disrespected me, and so like we're all leaving. You come to join the Discord. That's what he messaged. I think you too, Aqua, right?
No, Hunter sent me like he was on VC with me, and he was telling me that a lot of people from Juice left, and they went to Nyanshi's Discord. Then he sent me the link, and I was surprised by what it was called because it's Nyashi's Discord. It's literally renamed to Coco and Nyashi's Discord.
Yeah,
Like Coco
yeah.
Plot and Nyashi's Discord. And I'm like, why does that have to need, like, why does there need to be a rename? It just could be Nyashi. Or you could have made a separate server or something. But you know what? It's whatever. That's besides the point. The point is that, like, when Hunter was talking to me, he was like, look, I don't care what side you're on. Like, if you want to join here, like, to hang out with the boys, you can. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is happening, dude? Like, I have no idea what is going on. Like, I don't even know the context of anything. Like, I didn't know what happened between you and Coco, with Trick, with Hunter. Like, I had absolutely no idea what was going on until, like...
Bro, they didn't even reach out to me. Nobody talked to me about nothing.
Coco didn't reach out to me.
No, I came back from like
nobody
a Sunday off or some shit.
Yeah, so there's like already there's already a lot of fallacies in this bullshit, right?
So then when I didn't want to choose a side, I chose to stick around with Shaky because he's my boy. He's been my boy longer. I know him. Like, he's like literally like, dude is like my best friend. So it's like, when I got a message from Coco, like an emoji of a rat, is like, I understand what the intention was behind that, you know, that message. So, you know, from that I unfriended him and I blocked him because, like, I got the message and I don't want no more drama. Like, I'm just gonna like move on. The whole thing is that, like, if I am your boy and something happened to you between my other friend, you tell me your side of the story and I hear the other side of the story, and then, like, we can all like come up with a conclusion, or like we can find middle ground and be like, look, let's stop the bullshit and let's talk about it. But no, none of that shit happened. A lot of people just left. A lot of people followed Coco, and then, you know, shit went down the fan. The ShakyBay exposed videos came out and all that other shit, and it's like, I'm like, wow, like, this shit is like really blowing my mind. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it was all based off of lies because we all know what actually went down.
Because like, literally,
So,
you asked Coco, a question, right? You asked him a question like, hey, can you do this quick thing for me, right? Because he's not only a Discord mod, he's also like an advisor officer.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like he was like literally like top leadership under you because you needed help with something, and he said no.
Yeah, so like, that just further goes to back my point. Why the fuck would I give someone who doesn't do fucking jack shit for our guild, doesn't fucking put down nodes, a fucking GM? For what? So this whole, like, me doing this GM, like, weapon shit, that's him projecting. And that's actually come to show now, right? From what we know now. So, this is what happened. This is what we have come to find out recently. He basically told everyone, and we have a screenshot proof of this from Dusky, right? He told everyone that this fucking bullshit fucking lie that that like I fucking like was yelling at Coco and did all this bullshit to him and I disrespected him, and so he's dipping and taking people out. After the Hyperion situation. Then you have to ask yourself why some people didn't follow Coco. Because there's still people in Juice, right? And
Most of all, why do those people that follow Coco not come to you personally and ask questions?
I don't know. And here's the problem. The other half of the people that left, they weren't actually here. They didn't even fucking ask what happened. They blindly believed Coco, and Coco was fucking lying the entire time. Basically what he did is that he made that entire situation about himself so he could be put in some sort of position of power to take people with him to eventually get GM weapons for himself. I'll explain that, right? So, like, fucking literally he's telling people that, like, he basically took fault for the Hyperion thing, right? He's saying that I disrespected him when that never happened. I never disrespected Hyperion, ever, right? He was the one who did that shit to me. And I'm just saying, like, yo, bro, chill out or you're out. That's it. Boom. Done.
You were practically like hyping up like Hyperion's like appearance in Juice. Like, look, guys, like this guy's like an awesome like what?
Yeah, and then he a Zerker. Then he has like a fucking dickhead, right? So
yeah, he's like, this guy's an awesome Zerker, dude. Like, he's gonna be in Juice. Like, Hyperion's awesome.
Coco took this situation, made it about himself, because he knew I was gonna be moving for a month, and that so like when he would move people over, they wouldn't question me. They wouldn't even fucking ask anything. Coco basically got everyone to move from Juice based on a fucking lie. Literally based on a lie, right? And here's the other daunting thing. We talked about how I did all this shit for Coco, right? All the shit. Like, I fucking... Bro, I literally fucking got that guy so much better at the fucking game. It's sad. And just to preface how dog shit fucking Coco really is at BDO, bro, the motherfucker lost to Neptunes in PvP. He can't even fucking beat Neptunes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And you know what? Even after Neptunes won, Neptune still got mad, right?
Yeah.
Both of them got mad, actually.
I even
Both
got
of them
receipts.
mad.
I got receipts because I'm gonna put up like a fucking Node War receipt on the screen of this shit. I was out fragging everybody with fucking no GM up in this war, right? I was like
Yeah.
3rd seed in this shit. So like, for Coco to sit there and like tell everyone all of a sudden because he's not in the same guild as me, that I'm fucking trash and all this, bro.
That
you guys
you're
remember
virulent and stuff like that.
Yeah. You guys remember when I fought Coco and I fucking trashed him in 1v1 like it's not even close, and he was like G-riding me daily, like, oh, you're like the best Musa, bro. Like no one fights like you, so like, yeah, I can't win. And
He
now all
didn't
of a
like
sudden,
Neptunes either.
yeah, he didn't like Neptunes, and now all of a sudden he likes Neptunes, bro. Only reason he did this is so he can get GM weapons for himself, because I said no to him like 4 times, which is fucking petty as is. Like, why don't you just fucking help the guild in what we have here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The shit just made no fucking sense, right? Number one. He lied to everyone. People fucking falsely believed it for no fucking reason. They didn't even fucking talk to me. So like, I'm talking like about like Hope, Ming, all those people, Dark. They all got fucking manipulated. They didn't even have a fucking single conversation with me. It's funny how Coco, right? He pulls this fucking play, right? On like that, right? I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely fucking curious, right? I helped Coco learn about multiple builds. Remember how fucking hype he was when he learned about the evasion offhand, the centaur build swap?
Yes.
How fucking hype was he? That like he couldn't be killed and blah blah blah. He was like fucking hyped. I taught him that shit, right?
He was agreeing with you like hella times about like, you know, like artifact builds and stuff like that, and he was saying
he was in fucking bliss when I taught him that shit, right?
As a matter of fact, let's say we bring up Manny in this situation, because Manny was talking hella spicy. He was talking hella spicy, because let me tell you something.
Hold up. Let's talk about Manny later. Manny comes later, right?
Okay.
So, let's talk about Coco right now. So,
Okay.
the thing with like Coco, right? Like, I help him learn all this shit, right? I back him up on family. It's a war that I didn't fucking care for, right? Okay? And I used to be friends with them prior to all this bullshit, and I fucking had Coco's back. I don't know how Coco looks himself in the mirror to backstab people like this, but when Hyperion was acting fucking crazy to me and disrespecting me, why didn't he say anything?
It's hella sus, bro.
When he was there, right? As an advisor of the guild, why didn't he say anything then? Because he knew what was happening. He's fully aware. He's not an idiot. He's smart. Why didn't he say anything then? The reason is because he knew I was going to be busy, so he could take people and get that shit for himself. Now we're going to talk about KOS and all that bullshit.
Ooh, boy, this
is fucking spicy.
Where
Shit.
to begin, right?
This one's huge. Who was there when KOS said all that bullshit in VC?
I was there and I heard it all in 4K, bro.
So these are not allegations, right? This is fucking him admitting it from his own mouth, correct?
Yes.
Were you there, Rack? I know you were laughing. I don't know if you were there.
Nah, I was not there.
Were you there, Miss Assassin, when it happened?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Okay, but I'm sure most of y'all remember when we all talked about it, right? When he was talking about KOS being like a pedo and everything. Y'all remember it was very talked about for like the first 2 days in our guild.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is no mistaking the situation in our guild if you were here, right? No, and it seems like Aqua, you were there for that night.
Oh, it was, bro. It was like that afternoon, bro. Like So the thing is, like, what happened was.
Okay, so hold up. Let me preface this. Nyashi was in VC when this happened. Manny was in VC when this happened.
Coco was in VC.
Coco was in VC when this happened. Bubbles was in VC when this happened. She's no longer with us, so Bubbles could definitely back us. And then Trick was there for this.
Trick was there too. Yep, he was. So what happened was, like, since I was there, like Shaky, you had to like go AFK for a minute because you had to do something, right?
Yeah.
No, what happened was that like we was all shit talking, just saying some bullshit, cracking jokes here and there with the step bro, step sister stuff, it's just memeing, talking shit, and then KOS out of nowhere started talking about like how this story when he was like 19, 20 years old and how he banged
20.
a 16-year-old.
I remember the exact number. It was 20,
So,
not 19.
So when he said that, he started explaining how like in other countries like the age of consent, like regardless of the age, like if they say the age was 9, is perfectly fine to do so. To him, his belief system, he thinks that shit is okay. He said he believes that shit is okay.
Yeah, but the context is he lives in America. He's in America, okay?
Now, note that this man's like between his 30s and 40s, okay? And he's saying that he won't do it now, but he explicitly believes that it is right for people to bang underage, kids. So, we were all baffled. Everyone in the VC was baffled.
Yeah, and then I remember this part.
I was the one that texted you, Shaky, actually. I was the one that texted you. I was like, dude, like, KOS is a pedophile. He just admitted it in VC.
Yeah, we need to. I'll look for the DM. It's probably there. I can look for it. But I remember this part when I came back. I was like, wait a minute, wait, what's going on? And then people explained it to me, and then I was like, wait a minute, you were 20 years old, and you're talking about like 16-year-olds? Like, wait a minute, what? And he like literally was openly admitting it. Yeah, like when he was 20, he used to bang 16-year-olds. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you're not like joking, right? Like you're being serious. I have to like triple check, right? And he's like,
stood by it.
He stood by it. He defended that shit. And then he was so bad that he was like, he was literally like, oh my god, bro, like you got a problem? And I'm like, yeah, I do.
He started
him off the spot.
Well, what he was saying was like he started going aggressive. He was like, "Don't you ever in your fucking life call me a pedophile? Don't you ever fucking in your life call me that?"
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
He was going crazy, bro.
He was going crazy. So
he went livid.
I kicked him on the spot. No questions asked. Like after that, boom, done. See ya.
And you know what the craziest part was? When Trick said, "Damn, that's a shame he had gear." What the fuck does that matter? What the fuck does him having gear in BDO matters? Who fucking cares? Who cares? Oh my god.
This is the fucking problem with BDO players in this community.
I need a shit.
Fucking dumb
Jesus
community.
So let me get some water.
Yeah.
Because it still blows my mind to this day. It's like, really?
Bro, so what's fucking wild to me? This is why I was saying earlier, patience is a fucking virtue, and this shit will all iron itself out. I'm actually fucking glad they weren't involved with us now. So, the audio, which I'm gonna play, right?
That KOS kid.
KOS is in fucking Corrupt?
Not no more.
Why did he join Corrupt?
Because he knew we were all in there.
Why? Wait, what? What happened when he joined?
He just joined normally. He kind of wiggled away into a friend group. Then, he just said...
friend group?
Kind of, but, then he said wild shit and he got removed again.
You guys give a pedophile a second chance?
Oh, no, we didn't.
But then how do you wiggle his way into your friend group?
I don't really know. I was MIA. I met the nigga when I joined, bro.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, stuff was happening.
Oh my god. That's fucking disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. What is wrong with... Who leads that friend group? Coco, right?
So it wasn't like you don't have a hierarchy. Well, I guess now we do, because after all this drama, like
Coco, it's Coco. I already know.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with him, dude? This is what I'm talking about. It's all fake shit. Holy fucking shit. That is fucking disgusting, and I just don't fuck with Coco anymore.
You could probably ask Spicy about what happened.
Oh my god. Bro, he was literally talking about banging a 16-year-old when he was 20 in our voice chat.
Yeah, he brung that up again, and we kind of was like, yo, don't say that dumb shit.
But you let him wiggle back into, not you, but you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
You let him wiggle back into the friend group.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't, like, people were pissed with him, but it was like, all right, technically Shaky kicked him, we'll give him a second chance, and just, yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was a regretted decision. Everyone was like, yeah, he gotta go.
Oh my god. Those can't be the people you guys are hanging out with, dog. So this audio, literally, we find out from Hunter, because he's over there in Corrupt, that he got into Corrupt, and they invited him to the friend group, KOS. The same pedo that I kicked, and they all knowingly knew who he was when I kicked him out of the fucking guild. They all knew who they were inviting. Right? I mean,
yep.
Hunter pretty much explained what happened. They invited him back in, and there was this huge drama in Corrupt. I'm sure Corrupt can explain it better. But basically, Corrupt has no clue that this guy's a pedo. They don't know. They don't know anything about this until me talking about it now, probably, right? So basically, Hunter has this whole drama with some e-girl or something. I forgot. Like I'm just summing it up. Some e-girl, and like, somehow KOS is involved, which led to KOS being exposed as a racist in Corrupt, right? And Corrupt is trying to change Leaf, so they don't want racism anymore in their guild, which I can applaud. That's fucking awesome. And they end up kicking, they kicked this dude out, right? So they kicked him out for racism, right? And that whole friend group gets angry that Hunter got KOS kicked, right? Yes. And come to find out from Hunter's mouth, Trek was the one who invited him. So you saying, damn, it's a shame he had gear, adds up completely. And it was in Nyashi's Discord, and Neptune was in that guild, in that friend group. So Neptune, Nyashi, Trick, and Coco, because it's Coco's spot, right? They all knowingly fucking hit a fucking pedophile in Corrupt, and they let him in. And the whole thing was like, yeah, well, Shaky kicked him, so we'll just let him in. And then apparently on the way out, he did the same shit again in their fucking friend group. So these motherfuckers that I kicked out are knowingly hiding pedos in their fucking friend circle after I removed them.
God like shame, man.
My mind is just fucking blown. And basically they were all upset that Hunter got KOS kicked because he had gear. And they really wanted him in Corrupt.
You know what? I'll give a big applause to Hunter for actually, like, you know, saying the truth.
Yeah,
like, you know, putting it out there. Like, he actually had 100%. The fucking guts to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. Like, not a lot of people does that nowadays, especially in this fucking community. But the fact that Hunter literally grew some balls and actually stood up to the situation, I applaud that.
Yeah, 100%.
Mad respect.
So, what I find that pisses me the fuck off, when they took the whole Charizard, like, fucking thing out of context, right? The whole context was to that situation was that, like, Yukani was trying to dox me, they ended up doxing my fucking friend, right? And I was talking to him, like, why did he fucking dox, like, him? I'm like, would you like it if someone would dox your child? Because he talks about having a child, right? And he cuts off that whole fucking part entirely because it's context of the situation. And then he makes it seem like I'm saying that I would dox his child. Like, motherfucker, have I... Okay, like, hold on. First of all, is there proof of me ever doxing anybody? No, there isn't. I've never doxed anybody in this fucking game. I don't do that fucking garbage, right? I don't fucking care. I have no reason to. Why the fuck would I do that to someone where I can just fucking kill them in BDO, put up a video on this fucking meme? What's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I have zero fucking reason to do that shit.
It's character assassination they're trying to perform, man. So
Yeah, and I remember Sinful remembers this shit when I talked about the screenshot. And Han starts talking about all of this fucking bullshit. About how, like, he has the full DMs. Remember how he misordered the timestamp, Sinful?
Yeah, there's some completely different, like, minutes and hours, dude.
Like, he literally purposely misordered the fucking timestamps. And like, no, I got the full context. And then you were like memeing like, I didn't know 1324 was before 1323 or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's
And the
fucking
timestamp.
like 10, 15 minutes of fucked up.
Yeah. So like, this is like the juicy part, and how like they're all like fucking signing with hands and all this bullshit. And like, this actually shows that like Neptunes is like the most spineless, fucking slimy piece of shit individual in the fucking world. Like, you know, you wonder why Neptunes complains all the time. It's because he himself is a fucking shit human being individual, right? That's just how I see it, and I can see that now. Even after I tried to fucking help this fucking loser, like fucking turn around his shit and become a winner, you know, he wants to stay a fucking loser. You know? Because like, at the end of the day, hold up. I need to talk my shit real quick, bro. I'm sorry. Here's the thing, bro. Listen, all of the shit these motherfuckers want to talk, right? All the shit they want to talk. At the end of the day, I worked hard and I grew a fucking fan base on YouTube. I am the only fucking BDO YouTuber. Only one. I'm the only one that fucking gives these people fucking actual PvP content. I don't sit in BA like hands. I actually go out in open world PvP and make fun content for people, right? And I'd make the content exposing these fucking ego fragile people in the game, such as Neptune, for example, right?
Yep.
That's just the nature of the game, and they're the ones that gave me the views, and people fucking love the content, and that's why I grew a viewer base. Also, prior to, like, you know, me having family members getting sick and me having to take care of shit, I was a very consistent uploader. Now I'm getting consistent again with uploading, because I have time again. Even though I'm under geared, I found ways to fucking deal with people that have more gear than me. 730 gear score, I'm killing him at like 660. 630 even. Remember when I came back and I was killing that ninja with 630 gear score?
Yeah.
I was killing upstarts with 630 gear score at Cadres. I found a way to deal with shit. I don't complain. Yeah, I'm under geared, but I find a way to fucking win. And that's not me cutting shit out. You guys know me the best because you guys have been in my guild. I don't fucking lie about winning. I don't do that. All of my videos show the kill feed. All of them show the fucking kill feed.
Yep, you're always streaming it, and there are times when you have major losses and major wins.
Yeah, and that's just the fucking play of the game.
It's just a play of the game. I mean, it's a fighting game. It's not an MMORPG. No, it is not. It is a fighting game. The mechanics of the game is fighting based.
Yeah,
Literally.
with gear unbalancing things, that's a whole other topic. But basically,
yeah.
I'm here trying to fucking help Neptunes out become a fucking winner instead of this fucking loser mentality he has of complaining about every little thing of why he loses. Crazy to me that he pulls all this shit and starts lying, and he wanted to paint this whole narrative with hands that I'm the one doing this shit when I'm not the one doing this shit, and how they lied about it, right? And we come to find out that they're the one hiding pedos in their friend group. How fucking ironic is that? How ironic is that, bro?
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a fucking bitch, bro, and it's biting them in the fucking ass, you know? And what's funny is all of those people that Hands are trying to give a fucking platform to, for example, right? When I told that fucking... And I will proudly say this shit on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Okay? That Dashi individual, right? Everyone in this community. Literally, if you know Dashi and you've had altercations with him, they could literally fucking comment it even. Dashi is one of the most cancerous individuals in this fucking game. Okay? And what blows my mind, and Neptunes knows this because it's happened to him, this Dashi individual is literally calling Neptunes the fucking N-word like 40 times in a row. Like blatant racism, right? But this is nothing new. Like, Dashi has done this for fucking years. Years. Literal fucking years. It's nothing new. I've known that guy since 2017. That guy used to come in my stream and just start yelling racial slurs in my Twitch chat. Like, it's nothing fucking new about Dashi. Right? And that's the dude in the DM that I told him to go off himself. Because it's like, you're racist, all this bullshit. I don't fucking regret saying that. Tough luck, bro. What? You think you can just say things to people and people won't say anything back? Not how the world works, you know? So what Hands does, he takes that fucking screenshot and he crops it. He crops out the fucking context, and Neptune's is sitting there backing the fucking guy, the same dude who called him the fucking N-word 20 times in a fucking row, because all Neptune's wants is views. He wants to lie and purport shit. They don't fucking care. They just want to lie and purport shit, nothing else. And it's fucking hilarious how when I reveal the full screenshot, you see why I'm telling him to say this shit. Right? You guys remember he was calling me the F word, like randomly. Like randomly popping up in my DMs calling me the F word. And yet when Hands makes his video, he cuts this out entirely. He cuts that out entirely, right?
Yep.
And basically, Hands is trying to do this whole character assassination thing for views, because we know that, like, a long time ago, he tried to fucking at me to start some fucking drama because he wanted views, because you literally go to his channel, listen to the fucking fact. Go to his channel, it's a fucking dead YouTube channel. His biggest views are the ones with my name in it, as of recent. Anything else, 4K, 3K views. Actually, as a matter of fact, in between, he was uploading those videos on me. In between, he uploaded a Rust video that got 20 views in 20 hours, and he fucking deleted it because he was so embarrassed about it. So this whole thing about like Hands not doing things for you views, all lies. He 100% is. And then here's the best part. I make my response video, right? And most of my community saw that shit. They all saw that shit, and they all know that Hands is fucking lying. The difference is that my community, I don't send my community to go harass people. I don't tell them to go like, hey, like I found this kid, go fucking bother them and harass them now. I don't do that. I never told my viewers to go like harass Neptunes. And to my knowledge, they never did, because my viewer base is chill. Like, they know, like, I'm out here just trolling idiots. Nothing else about it. Plus, they got no point to, you know? And also, I don't purport the energy. I don't go purport the energy saying, like, yeah, go troll these people. No. I back up my own shit. I walk my own talk. I handle my own shit. That's it. Done.
Uh-huh.
Because my response I made was a damn good response. I pretty much disapproved every little fucking thing Hans said.
Everything you said was pure honesty. That's pretty much it. Like, you didn't hold back. You were being true. You were being true to yourself. You weren't being, like, you know, censored. You were being very explicit with what you were saying. You were telling it for how it is, and you were telling the truth. And you weren't doing it just to defend yourself. You're doing it just to literally tell it for how it is. I'm like, look, this is what happened. I said what I said, but like, yeah, what I said was wrong. But this guy, he's doing wrong to me. So I'm gonna do wrong to him back.
Exactly. But does that make it right? No. But like at the end of the day, listen, dude, like I'm a fucking human too, right? But at the end of the fucking day, I don't take back a single fucking thing I said to those people, because they're the ones fucking doing the wrong to people. These are the same people that dox the people in our own fucking community. This is the same guy that was being racist to fucking Neptunes. And now Neptunes fucking mauls and plays the fucking black card in the stream and mauls about it all the time. Right? Literally fucking uses it as a fucking card to get sympathy. 24/7. That's the same dude that's calling him shit. I tell him then that all of a sudden it's okay. He's on Dashy's side. It's all fake shit. It's all based on bullshit fallacies. Because they know the fucking truth. I've known this about Hands for a very long time. That dude is so fucking jealous of what I have on YouTube. That guy wishes he fucking had. Because Hands also PvPs. The difference is I never cheated. That motherfucker cheated 3 fucking times. Openly denied it on stream as if nothing happened and played it off. Didn't want to admit it. But I'm the only real one with my viewer base. When he was talking about this shit, I was real about it. Was Hands real about fucking piloting and cheating? Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. The truth is, I farmed him and I never fucking posted it, because I don't want to give that dumb fuck any fucking, like, you know, views. What the fuck's the point? I fucking clapped him, I'm done. He knows what fucking happened. What's he gonna do? Complain about fucking his helmet was broken? Bitch was on Arsha. What is this, Neptune? Is he Neptune's too? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's just complaining that, like, oh, his armor... Nah, he got fucking clapped clean and fair. Simple. Arsha PvP. You got fucked. Would he PvP me right now? Absolutely not. Because our boy Furb literally fucking memed on him with C6 evasion. I'm C13 evasion. He would get fucking royally fucked by me in PvP. It wouldn't even be close. So we're not even gonna open up that can of worms at this point. I remember that comment that guy put in Han's video that someone sent me, right? And you remember the comment, right, Aqua?
Yeah, that comment was god tier, S tier, like
S tier.
review.
Because Hans is sitting there. Hans is very smart with what he did because he knew that the people that would watch his video wouldn't watch mine, right? They wouldn't watch mine, and that they would watch it from his. So basically, Hans would purport the fucking message any way he want, take it out of context, and make it seem like I didn't fucking report anything.
You know, it's funny that he says that, right? Because like, if you put it into like, if you look at it literally, it's like a preacher like taking like a whatchamacallit, like this like message from the Bible and then like reworks the words to like his own like.
Where's that at?
Like, you know what I mean?
Are you talking about the fucking what the guy said?
Yeah.
No, like the way Hands, right? The way Hands is like trying to like character assassinate you, right?
I put it in general chat for you, bro. I put it in general chat.
No, because what this
bro.
guy's saying is right. Because when he said like, stop acting like you're doing God's work, right? What Hands is like acting like a preacher that's like, you know, taking like a word from the Bible and then like reworking it to like his own belief, and then tell his followers like his belief, and the followers like automatically follow. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because you know how they like, you know, taking shit out of context and then, you know, like trying to like play with words a bit and then like try to like jog people's minds like, look, this is what I believe and you should believe it too.
100%.
Because that's what he's doing.
Bro, that's wild.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, hold on. Some of you guys watched the video before because like, you know, we're just doing this shit on the fly. We're just talking on the fly, right? Based on what that guy said and what you guys know of me, because you guys have been around for fucking everything.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with what that guy's saying in his fucking comment in that comment?
I agree.
No.
I agree with this guy's comment. This
Wait,
guy.
Assassin, what are you saying?
No, wait, what comment? I think
He's
I
clueless, dog.
You're clueless. Look in general chat and read it, and like,
hold up.
like what you know of me. Do you think this guy like what do you think? Like, what do you make of it?
Hold up.
Well, like the rest of you while he reads that, like, what do y'all think?
Is it what you? Hold on, I'm reading it. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah,
He made an unbiased assumption. He looked at your channel, right?
Yeah.
He looked at Hans' channel. He saw the differences. He saw what Hans doing. He saw what you were doing, and he sees that Hans is doing wrong. Because what he's doing is wrong. Because if you're going to like, you know, like expose someone, you're gonna you have to put the full context, and you have to have the right evidence to, like, you know, dehumanize this person that you're trying to dehumanize.
Yeah, literally.
Right. So like when I saw it. When I was watching his video, I was like, why is he cropping a lot of shit out? Why is he skipping shit? Why is he not watching it through? Like,
bro, the truth of the matter is, Hans, I fucking clapped him back in the day. He made a similar video to this one on some fucking bullshit, right?
I wonder what
Similar
caused it
thing.
to begin with.
I never fucking responded because listen, I'm more geared than Hans. I've never piloted, I've never exploited, I've never cheated. I have more PvP credibility than Hans. I actually go on Arsha, I go open world PvP. Hans doesn't. Hans has zero experience in this fucking department. And he paints this fucking narrative of himself being this fucking best warrior. When he only fucking sits in BA and has proven nothing else outside of it.
But he's NA. He's the best warrior in NA, bro. What do you
Right.
mean?
Now me and my videos, right? People are just like, bro, you ever put in your deaths? I do put in my deaths. I put in the full set of my fights. You can see my deaths on my kill feed. I don't hide fucking shit in my videos. I don't fucking hide a single damn thing. Literally, I don't fucking hide anything. You can literally see I'll fucking massacre a guy 30 times in a row and die once. But also, I mean, you can just hear from like Assassin and like Bragg and like Aqua. Y'all have seen me PvP. I'm the real deal, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that comment that was left on fucking Hans' video, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with everything that dude said. That comment, I agree with everything.
Yeah. So, I'm not even gonna like bother like responding to everything again because I already made my video on it. The people who like didn't are like agreeing with him did not watch me debunk all of his fucking bullshit lies and out of context speeches, right?
And it's so funny.
Essentially, what Hans is doing, he's trying to dehumanize like this whole situation, right? People like literally talk so much fucking shit about me, and all I fucking do is defend myself and fucking shit on them, and I'm wrong for it. How does that make me wrong? I'm just defending myself. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't like Musassin. When have you guys ever seen me go out of my way to go fucking bully or troll someone in BDO?
Not really. No.
I don't go out of my way to fucking fuck with people. I just play the game and grind. That's it.
Yep. Unless it's a guild.
Grind, you beat
Unless a guild pisses you off or some shit like that, or they do some weird shit that
Yeah.
And it's so funny because Hans made after the first video, he just kept making more and more videos. I'm just like, bro, just let it go.
He wouldn't let it go.
100%. 100%.
It's like,
how many videos did he make off of one video?
I think it was like 3, 4.
You mean like 4 or like 3 or 4?
It was at least 3 videos, at least 3. And the funny thing is that all the videos were always the same thing. They were always the same. Like when he made the first video, then the second video, he didn't bring up anything new. He just brought up new stuff. I said new stuff, old stuff that he already talked about. I'm just like,
yeah, he was just mostly bringing up the past and stuff, and then like some stuff that happened recently, some shit. You know, it's I don't know, man. It's BDO-itis is out of control.
Yeah, and then he will bring up some stuff that Neptune said or whatever. Like, you know, it's oh well, it is what it is.
100%. It's just pathetic and sad that like, you know, you get beat in Arsha like a few years ago and you're fucking upset about it years later, and you want to go on some bullshit smear campaign that's all lies. Everything was out of context. On top of that, how would you even know what's going on in the situation if, number one, the screenshots are out of context and I have the context and I provided them, and number two, you weren't even there at the situation? How do you even know what's going on? That's just proof he just wants to milk the shit for fucking views on some bullshit. So like, yeah, like, I mean, after like everything that's happened, I'm fucking glad that like those people aren't even with us because we found that they're fucking hiding pedos, all this bullshit. I am very disappointed in the people that finally followed Coco that didn't ask a single question, because now they're paying the consequences for it too.
My thing is that like I had a good time with everyone. Like I probably was not like around a lot, but like when I was around, like we were all having a good time. We were all like, you know, together. We were gaming. We all played BDO. I played BDO when I can. We all played other video games. You know, got to know each other and shit. You know, like just being homies. Like, I thought that was what it was going to be, but then, like, you know, people just want to start causing drama for no fucking reason. They want to act like fucking high schoolers, like, for no fucking reason. And then they want to, like, do all this character assassination shit, all this petty shit for what?
So, we can hash this out if you want to actually be a man and grow some balls and own up to your mistakes over your selfless bullshit, because you know deep down you destroyed something very good that we had going in Juiced, that you had no right to do, especially because you did nothing for this guild, did nothing for us, did not even step up as an advisor for the guild, didn't place any notes, did nothing. You did nothing officer duty wise. You were just there reaping the benefits from me. You were leeching off of me, and I don't fucking appreciate that. So man to man, I'll give you a chance to hash it out. Otherwise, I'm coming at you with no mercy.